Get in, nerds. We're playing Victoria 3. We're still working on getting the Ottoman Empire fixed up and ready to go. So let's work on that. I'm going to get these barracks built up to mobile artillery. That's going to cost us a little bit more cash. We actually captured enough barracks that we don't need to build another set in order to have 150. And what that's going to mean is that this is going to complete, I believe, is going to complete our military reform. So that's going to be another Tanzimat completed. Hey, there it goes. So we've got another one to reclaim Egypt. I don't think education reform is going to happen in this run. Suppressed separatism is going to happen basically by default. We can get there faster if we do something like bureaucratic reform. That's going to take... that actually might not be impossible. It depends on... Actually, let's check. So we're currently on land-based taxation. Okay, the local governors do oppose moving to per capita taxation. So that's going to kind of be a non-starter. But it is something we're going to need to do eventually. For the moment, though... Let's see. You're with the Sunni Ulema. You're with the armed forces. You're with the armed forces. You're with the armed forces. Okay, so... The landowners don't have a complete capture of the armed forces, which is good. Well, these two are battling it out for German leadership. I'm going to stay out of that. So, I am building up these iron mines. Government admin is something that's useful to have. I would love to go to fully iron frame buildings, but that will cost us so much. Still, the temptation is extremely high. Government is already unacceptable. If I boot the armed forces back out, they'll still be pretty happy. I think I'm going to do it. I don't let us have a contested government. That's better off than having an illegitimate one. And I think we're going to get started on these universities. Again, I don't think education reform is actually going to happen, but it's really useful to have a large university in Eastern Thrace. So having completed military reform, and with suppressed separatism being something that's basically going to happen regardless, at least if I don't completely goof things up, I think I'll be good with that. Nobody wants freedom of conscience anymore. That's really a shame, because that was something I was going to work on. But I guess I don't need to. Okay, here's currency standards. Oh, right. The military were the ones that wanted a less dysfunctional form of taxation? I can't do this because I don't have... because I've got traditionalism. Oh, boy. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, military, you're back out of the government. Oh, man. Oh, I'm really outdoing myself here with all this, but oh, what a phenomenal, what masterful gameplay. What a phenomenal, strong, powerful Victoria 3 technique I've demonstrated today. Tunis mad at us? No, Tunis and I are good. Alright, so I might end up actually relying on suppressed separatism to complete my my whole sick man of Europe situation, it turns out. So what's on the docket after we expand these universities? Oh, well, some of these can... Okay, these are producing wine. Would it be more productive to produce wine? Looks like yes. At least in Cyprus. Let's have the European territories also produce wine. Except for Eastern Thrace, which can produce citrus as well. Is this arbitrary? Yes. But I'm having fun. Oh no, now these ones are less productive. Alright, back to citrus. Okay, perhaps I simply don't understand the fruit market very well. Anyway, it is what it is. Can these logging camps stay productive, producing only hardwood? Yes, they can. I shouldn't say only hardwood. It's not only hardwood. Fishing trawlers are better for these ones, so let's keep them at that. Now that we're in the British market and have access to tons of clippers. Ditto tools, although this will be less productive because tools are very expensive in this market. Let's get all of these buildings sorted out to be functioning. Urban centers in the new areas. If we go to market squares, that will be productive. Wow, okay, alright. Give me all your services. Cool. So, moving right along here. Where are we with our urbanization? Kastamonu has the amount of urbanization it needs. Trabzon has the amount of urbanization it needs. Erzurum, where are you with that? In 55, we have not in production. Iron mines are unable to hire. Because tools are too expensive in the market. Well, that's a shame. Don't really know what to do about that. Don't know if there's anything I can do. So, we'll worry about other stuff. Anyway, Erzurum needs an urban center. Trabzon has one. Adana and Diyarbakir. Why are you unproductive? Okay, well that's awkward. How much more does Diyarbakir need? Diyarbakir needs 10. So one urban building will do. Let's give you government administration. Erzurum, you need 2 levels. Will 2 levels of government administration be effective? Yes, they will. Let's go ahead and build those. And you're at 55. So 1 additional level of... Let's see, it's expensive in this market. Hardwood's expensive. Alright. 1 additional level of logging camps will suffice. Adana, you do not have urban center, you're a ways away. Konya, you're very close. Let's get you a logging camp. Aydin, you're good to go. Hudavendigar, you're good to go. Bosnia, good. Southern Serbia, close. Let's see. What can we produce that's productive? Very low projected earnings here. Food industries would be productive. Glassworks would be productive. Alright. You get one of those. Bulgaria, you've got an urban center. Dobruja, you're very far away. Skopje, you're good. Albania, you're pretty far. Pretty far. But you got textile mills, so that's a good place to start. Macedonia, you got food industries. Thessaly, you're good to go. Western Thrace, Northern Thrace, you're both good to go. Alright, that's all the European territories. Aleppo, you are 68. Hold up, what's producing 1? Oh, barracks are producing 2 per level. Alright, so you get 1 more of those. That'll bring you up to 70. 2 more levels of glassworks will put you up to up high enough. Syria already has 1. Lebanon, 12 urbanization. very, very low population. It's going to be tough. 4 levels of barracks. So yeah, up to 20. And then let's put... Oh boy. Let's get some manufacturing, some furniture, and some glassworks. In the meantime, just realized we need to incorporate all these states because they were not incorporated. Alright, that's a pretty healthy construction queue. Lebanon's going to be rough, but it is what it is. So, what about you, Mosul? You're at 15. Baghdad, you're nearly there. You're actually about to be there. Let's get you 1 tooling workshop. Those are productive. Basra, how are you not even close? This is shocking to me. Four levels of food industry should do it. We are losing money at a good, healthy clip. And I'm going to increase the loss rate of money by a little bit. I think we should be able to sustain our current levels with our gold reserves right now. Beautiful. We established a university. Society should be ruled by philosopher kings. Political strength of academics. We're going to do that. The other options we can get are 2.5k progress on empiricism or 2.5k on medical degrees. But political strength of academics is the way to go. So we're going to do that. That is going to make our intelligentsia much, much stronger. And if we can... We don't have any queued technologies. I might go with mass communication, just to get us a little bit of extra authority, because having more authority will be good for our finances. We can do another consumption tax, and that'll be good. So, what are our consumption taxes looking like? Most of them are pretty productive. The one on tobacco is not great. Is there some... Yes, okay. So remove that. We're going to add one on opium. That's going to be much better. Prussia's improving relations. That's wonderful. So pleased to have you visiting Prussia. Very good. Proud of you. Love that for you and for me, frankly. Not going to sit here pretending I don't love that for both of us. Let me get this up to the top so that it just finishes and I won't have to worry about it. So, let me just make sure I've got a good timetable here. So, 4 July of 47 is when our next war against Egypt is going to be. We're going to take all of these territories, and I'm just going to look at our diplomatic plays targeting states in Egypt so that I can see how much infamy we're looking into. We can return state Lower Egypt, that's going to cost 8. Upper Egypt 3.6. Middle Egypt 7.3. 8, 3.6, 7.3. And then, where is it? Hold on. Where do we have claims? Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt, Middle Egypt, and Sinai. Okay, Sinai is worth 1.7. Middle Egypt 7.3, so that makes a total of 9. Upper Egypt 3.6, that's a total of 12.6. And Lower Egypt 8, so that's 20.6. We might end up just a hair infamous when we complete that that process, but we'll have to. It'll just have to be what it is. We got lathes completed, and we're getting intensive agriculture. That's actually very good for us. That'll make our farms a lot more productive, and that will be very. That'll be lovely. I would love to have productive farms. As we get these universities built up in Eastern Thrace, we will have a significant increase in the strength of our intelligentsia. As you can see there, the cloud's going up a little bit. They're still really, really big mad. Oh boy. Russia wants to humiliate us. That's weird. Why would you do that, Russia? Alright, so I'm gonna need to watch out on this for a bit. I'm gonna try to pull in some of my friends over here. Golden Northern Cape. Supporting them are Finland and Ulijuz. Great Britain has sided with me. Lovely. Russia is uncertain. Okay, I forgot to add a war goal. But that's okay, because war reparations were the thing that I wanted. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and mobilize our generals. We're going to put all of them defending our border here. And do I have... I do actually have some available battalions in the Balkans. So who's my general in the Balkans? HQ, it's this, my main guy. We'll pull in a new guy. Only one we can do is a jingoist from this new lemma. That'll have to do. Mobilize. And defend. So, Britain sided with me right away. No one else has a sway that they can do, so I'm going to unpause and this will be what it is. I am going to need to cut costs and increase revenue wherever I can. France sides with Russia. Well, France, why would you do that? France, bail. Bail fast. Dang. France, why would you do this? You're tearing me apart, France! Alright, so it's time to activate some conscripts. Where do we have battalions available? Not a lot of places. Quite a few here. A few here in the capital, a few here in Ankara. Here. Again, I don't want to be activating too many battalions just because, like, I don't want to put myself in a situation where my finances are completely goofed. Other war goals that would be useful? No. France wants Tripolitania. And Russia wants the Ionian Islands. It's not, none of that's that big of a deal, but it is what it is. Alright. Do I have any British? Yes, I do. Not many, though. Alright, let's go ahead and raid convoys. We'll see how well that goes. So right now we're just defending. We have hardwood input shortage. Well, I can't rightly do anything about that right now, so it's primarily Britain's problem. Tunis is damaging relations. Tunis. I'll improve relations. Haha. You'll never be able to defeat my politeness. Yeah, get out of here, France. So, in a war like this, basically our primary goal is going to be to push... to get Russia's war support down. To do that, we need to win battles. France also, we need to get their war support down. And we're gonna do that by winning battles. We're just gonna defend as much as we need to, and make sure that everything is all set with our stuff. I'm gonna reduce our government wages and increase our military wages. What this is gonna do is get us a bonus to morale recovery, and that is gonna be very important for keeping us in the war in the long term. And yeah, our goal is going to be to continue to win. Now it turns out that Russia, why is their decay slower than ours? Because we have high radicalism. Alright, so we need to continue to win battles in order to ensure that Russia doesn't get isn't able to be winning stuff, but we're doing well. We're doing well. From a tech perspective, I would love to get general staff. I think that might just have to be what we do next in order to make sure that we're on the curve militarily. Because that's what we need to be. We need to be on the curve. Huh. This is a weird swingy battle. That's really strange. Having a tiny amount of occupation is not necessarily a problem for us, though. And in fact, if we can get them to 0 war support, we might be able to white piece them out if they think that things are going to take so long that that it's not going to be worth it. So, meanwhile, got some construction going on in Erzurum. Alright, so that's getting going here. Alright. Forever ago, I did a suppression decree. Oh, it went away by itself. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. I'll cancel that. I don't need suppression here. Turmoil's pretty low. And I'm going to add another consumption tax on, I think, coffee this time around. This will just help out with our finances, which are really rough. This kind of always happens when you get into a war and you're conscripting a lot of battalions and you're spending a lot of money on that. It just winds up being the situation you're in. Oh boy. Defensive pact with Great Britain? Heck yes. This is going to prevent anyone else from tangling with us, because Great Britain is pretty strong. Hopefully this will prevent anyone else from tangling with us. Paddle steamer tech. So, the thing that's cool is we can't have our war support reduced below 0, because Tripolitania is still in our hands. In order to get war reparations, we need to conquer basically any amount of Russian territory. That will require us to go on the offensive. In order to make that happen, basically I'm going to try to get France out of the war completely. France will eventually peace out. This event again. I don't... Just rumors. Be quiet. Again, I don't want to have bad relations with Russia necessarily. I just want them to stop attacking. Please, please don't blunder. I don't want you to be blundering. I want you to be doing proper things. Our financial situation is quite rough. I already raised taxes. I might need to raise them again. But I really don't want to go down to an illegitimate government, because raising taxes reduces the legitimacy of the government. And that's really not good. Keep this like this for now. If we end up getting below 1,000,000, I might put us in a situation where we need to, below 2,000,000, I think. That would put us in a situation where there's, oh boy, alright. We'll intervene. I'm sorry. It's just, we have to spend the money. I can't have this, situation going sideways here. It seems that Great Britain still only has about 40 battalions here. Beautiful. There's empiricism. Hopefully that'll help with our overall situation. Damn, they're pushing in over here. I was really hoping we'd be able to avoid this, but when they have such an impressive numbers advantage, it does tend to happen. So we're going to go ahead and increase taxation further. And we're going to activate some more conscripts. Another 15 or so battalions into this. Order restored in Cyprus. Allah Sukur. Yes, the British are mostly fighting the French on the sea. Their side's losing more of their battles, but our side controls 33% of their war goals. That's probably having to do with the war operations. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's rough. So I push this off. So how much war support does France still have? -10. Really? Why? So France thinks they can get the Ionian Isles. Their war support's... Okay, their war support is +1. Okay, now their war support is reduced. So let's keep watching this. France does appear to be losing war support. Which is good, because because once this hits, once this gets to the point where it's positive, France will just bail. And then we'll be able to push through on Russia. Currently, Russia has war support protection, but if we can win forward to successfully taking Russian war reparations, that would be a big coup for us. Russia's economy is positively enormous, and if we can get war reparations from them, that would be excellent. Great Britain is... I don't know how long Great Britain is going to stay in this either, though. And then it's just me versus Russia. With that having been said, I think I can hold out. On the other hand, it wouldn't be a total tragedy to transfer the Ionian Islands. I don't actually. Oh, the Ionian Islands are British. That's right. The Ionian Islands, yeah, they're a protectorate of Great Britain. So that's going to be off the table. If I do this, Great Britain says no. There's no way I'm going to transfer Tripolitania. So let's unpause this. France does think they could get... Stop damaging relations. Man, Great Britain, if I could just get, like... any amount of, like, support that's, you know, even a third or half of your army here, we could be in really good stead. So I don't know how long this is gonna take, because this might, once their willingness passes their, okay, I think they might need to be just sort of bled. Great Britain does have war. Hey, there we go. Alright, perfect. So, now, once this battle ends, we'll go on the offensive. And then, we'll see if we can get what we need to get. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. So, turns out the end of French intervention didn't mean all that much, but maybe. Yes, okay, we've got a bunch of British battalions on their way here. So that should help our situation significantly. Yeah, 86 now, and our ratio has never been better. So we'll continue to press forward on this. Why do I no longer have war support protection? Why do I not have war support protection anymore? Because they only need to have part of me occupied in order to do one of these. Still can't transfer just the Ionian Islands. I might need to deal with this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when Great Britain properly gets here and starts contributing. And now that they don't have to fight France, because Great Britain can't just bail, because then they'll get then Russia will get the Ionian Islands, and they do not want that. How are we doing? Not great. What if I got really silly? Alright, I'm sending a naval invasion. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if I'm able to actually get anywhere with this, or if this is completely a fool's errand. But it would be really funny if I was able to occupy the Russian capital and achieve Russian capitulation. Well, here Here we go. The British are pushing forward here. That's good. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how silly this is. So we got another week and a half until this naval invasion lands, and if it does, it's gonna be really, really funny. I don't know to what extent it's actually going to affect the outcome of this war, just because we're kind of in a situation where I'm far enough down the war support scale that I might just end up having to give this stuff up, but it is what it is. But we're going to see. Oh my gosh, we're actually winning against their defensive fleet right now. That's really funny. Alright, let's see how it goes. Can I land in the Russian capital? Come on. Oh my gosh, I did it. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so silly. Alright, well, unfortunately, we are going to lose this war, but the sneak-in technique almost worked. It worked shockingly well. It is what it is. So that's going to reduce our great power rank. Large numbers of Bulgarian people are going to Virginia. May they have a great time in Virginia. Our finances are doing much better. I'm going to leave the taxation where it is for now. I'm going to also leave law enforcement where it is for now because I don't want to put myself into a situation where things are buck wild. With that having been said, I think I'm going to give us just a little bit longer for our truce with Egypt to finish out. And then we'll be done with the episode. We're still doing pretty well on suppressed separatism. I think we're gonna pass that one with flying colors. So I think all that's gonna need to be done is during our next. I think all that's gonna need to be done. Relations with France are still basically good. I don't need certainly Piedmont that much. We'll go back to improving things with France. I do want to keep improving things with Greece for now. But yeah, I think as soon as we get to the point where we can, as soon as we get to July, we'll just go ahead and launch our next war against Egypt, then we'll finish out suppressed separatism, and that will be all of the Tanzimats we need. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. There's banking, that'll help with our finances by quite a bit. Again, I'm still keeping taxation very high because we're going to need to fight another war soon. There's intensive agriculture. Beautiful. So let's get our farms using fertilizer. And we get our livestock ranches producing fertilizer as well. That'll be good. Fractional distillation next. That's pretty alright. We got mass communication working, and then after that it's going to be general staff. I think we're still producing basically as much, not quite as much innovation as we can. Situation's still not great. I don't want to... I think I'm going to have to reduce taxation right now, just to make sure our government stays as legitimate as it can be. Alright. Well, that is the end of our war with Prussia. Our war with Russia, rather. Sorry, not Prussia. We didn't fight Prussia. I'm hoping our next war with Egypt goes as well as our first war with Egypt went. But we'll see. We'll see about that next time. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. I'll see you all on the other side.